Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. We're taking a very quick look here at XRP, just kind of recapping from yesterday. Majority of that local liquidation has been swept. That was a heavy liquidation pocket as low as 207. A little bit left remaining, but at this point, we're seeing a bearish backtest of this ascending trend line, which is very common. So still leaning more towards 215 being a better case scenario for us, but we want to look at liquidation, kind of recognize where we're at. So just pull this up here. We can see once more, 207 is that last little bit of liquidation here locally. Macro perspective tells us a little different of a story. There's some liquidation as low as 202. So I think low $2 range is kind of a best case scenario for us. If you're considering a short, make sure you secure profits before that. There's a ton of support at that $2 range. Furthermore, liquidation delta is getting overextended and has been too short for too long. In other words, obviously the market is not in good shape with the war, but if that were to kind of chill out and slow down for a little bit, I think we're going to be in a good position to see a pivot here soon. So it tells me that we're going to see a short squeeze because there's way too many shorts in the market. They're starting to pile up. And if things just kind of naturalize for a moment and Bitcoin dominance starts to pull back a little bit, I think XRP will absorb some market dominance and go back up. But once more, you don't take trades based on that one thing. 217 is, of course, that open interest area here, the heaviest concentration. So we do surpass 215, we can expect some resistance at 217, which is once more just kind of that local high here if you exclude this outlier here. Okay, so if you exclude this little guy, we spend a lot of time below 217. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at there, the daily time frame. Everything else is going to look pretty stupid. That's just kind of the easy way to understand it. In other words, we got a lot of confluence at 218 to 217 with that moving average. We're below 50 on the RSI, stochastic swinging down. There's like nothing here that is a consolation at all. So if you hear people saying we're bullish on XRP, I think they're total buffoons. They don't know a single thing about trading. The truth is, it's best not to take a long position right now until we break through our threshold of that 215 to 217 range. At that point, if the market's in good shape, or just say, the war efforts are paused, or some kind of agreement comes into play, or maybe the U.S. comes in to help things out and slow things down, then we're going to see a much better position for us. But for right now, until that happens, we want to presume the price will go down. That's what everything's telling us. So that's the kind of the brass tacks, the easy way to understand it. There's no hidden bullish convergences here. If somebody says that, they're lying and they're total idiots. I almost said the R word, sorry. Anyways, I'll post a playout chart on Twitter, Telegram, Discord with some updated fib levels here. And I'll get the chart cleaned up here for you. But I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. Don't worry about the charts. It'll be here when you get back. Take care of yourself out there. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.